Hi class. Today we're going to go over comparing fractions. And our objective is I can compare fractions using multiple strategies, that means more than one, using our comparison symbols, greater than, less than, and equal sign. Okay? Now, first of all, I want to model comparing fractions. Okay? Now, I have three different strategies that I can use to compare fractions. Okay, and I'm going to show you all three. Okay, one strategy to compare fractions, I have a third and a half. Okay, one strategy is the tape diagram. Now, when you compare two fractions, okay, using a tape diagram, your tape diagram has to be the same length in order for it to be accurate in comparison, okay? So you want to have the same length right here, okay? So now I'm going to show 1/3 in this tape diagram. So I'm going to break it up into 3 parts, 3 equal parts. Okay, now I'm going to shade in 1 out of 3. So this shows 1/3. I've shaded in and I've shown you 1/3. Okay, now on the other tape diagram, I want to model 1/2. So, I'm going to draw, okay, and I'm going to shade in 1 out of 2 parts, because it's 2 parts in all, okay, so this would be a half. So, I know by looking at this tape diagram that 1/2 is greater than 1/3. Okay, just by showing this, and I can see this is a visual strategy, and I can see that 1/2 is greater than 1/3. Okay, so I can put my comparison symbol here, and 1/3 is less than 1/2. So I'm going to put this symbol in. 1/3 is less than 1/2. And this is like an alligator. Okay, when you compare fractions or numbers, okay, you use a greater than, less than, equal sign. But when you want to, the lower number always eats the larger number. So this is the mouth right here of an alligator. So the alligator is eating 1/2. Because 1/3 is less than 1/2, so the alligator is eating 1/2. The smaller number always eats the larger number. Okay? Always. Okay? Now let me show you, there's a different strategy. And it's the number line. And I drew a number line starting with 0, ending with 1. And I did another one. Notice that they're the same length. Okay? Also, as a tape diagram, the same thing goes for a number line. It has to be the same length in order for you to accurately compare two fractions, because it has to be the same length. So if you have one short and then one long, it's not going to make any sense to compare. So it has to be same length. So 1/3. So we break the number line into 3 equal parts. 1, 1, 2, 3. Equal parts. So this would be 1/3. This would be 2/3. This would be 3/3, which equals 1. So here is, I'm going to label the point here, that's 1/3. Okay? Now, my next comparison is 1/2. So I'm going to break it into two parts. 1/2. So as you can see, 1/2 is greater than 1/3. So this is another strategy you can use. You can use a tape diagram. You can use the number line to compare fractions. Now another strategy to use is the butterfly strategy. Now, in the Eureka curriculum that I teach, they show the tape diagram, they show the number line, but they do not show the butterfly strategy because the butterfly strategy is very simple and it's not a visual like a number line or a tape diagram. Okay, this is how the butterfly strategy works. And all my students really, really like the butterfly strategy because it's really simple. Okay, this is what you do. You go 3 times 1, and I'm going to circle 3 times 1 is 3. So I'm going to put a 3 right here. And then I go 1 times 2 is 2. See how it looks like a butterfly? All right, so you multiply the denominator, 3, times 1, and you put a 3 here. And then you multiply the numerator 1 here times this denominator, and you circle it, and 1 times 2 is 2. So 2 is less than 3, right? So this fraction 1/3 is less than 1/2 because I have 2 here and 3 here. So 1/3 is less than 1/2. So whichever number is least is going to be the lesser of the fraction. Okay? And I would go like this. So that's the butterfly strategy. Okay? So I've just shown you 3 different strategies in comparing fractions. Okay? So now, looking at these 3 strategies, which strategy do you like best? And why? Okay? I want you to think about that. Which one do you prefer? Okay? Now, let's do a little practice using the strategies. Okay? I have 3/5 and 7/8, but I want to know which fraction is greater. Okay? So I'm going to use my tape diagram. Okay? So I'm going to draw my tape diagram. And I'm going to do another one. It's going to be the same length. Okay? Now I need to break this into 5 equal parts. And I'm going to shade in 3 out of 5. Okay? Now I have 7/8. So I need to make 8 equal parts and shade in 7. Okay? So I shade in 7. Now, which one's greater? Is it 3/5 or 7/8? Well, it looks like 7/8 is greater than 3/5. Okay? Now, let's do the number line. So, I'm going to put my symbol in here. I'm going to say, oh, I know that 7/8 is greater than 3/5. So, the smaller number eats the larger number. The alligator's eating 7/8. Now, I'm going to do a number line. Starting with 0, ending with 1, and I'm going to make it the same length. Okay, starting with 0, ending with 1. Alright, I need to make 5 equal parts, just like the tape diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. And I'm going to put 3/5 would be, this would be 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. So 3/5. I'm going to plot right here. And then 7/8. I need 8 equal parts. Okay, try to make them equal. All right, this would be 7/8. So, as you can see, 3/5 is less than 7/8. And then if I do the butterfly strategy, I'll go 5 times 7 is 35. And 3 times 8 is 24. 24 is less than 35. So 3/5 is less than 7/8. Okay? Now let's do another one. 1/6 and 4/6. Okay? Do my tape diagram. I'm going to break it up into 6 equal parts. This one, I'm going to break it up into 6 equal parts. Okay. I'm going to shade in 1/6. And here I'm going to shade in 4/6. Well, which one's greater? 4/6 is greater than 1/6. Okay? So, the smaller number eats the larger number. Okay? And I'll do my number line, starting with 0, ending with 1. Same length. Six equal parts. Okay. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And then I would label 1/6. This will be 1/6. And then I go 1, 2, 3, 4/6. Now I'm going to do the butterfly. 4 times 6 is 24. And 1 times 6 is 6. 6 is less than 24. Okay? So, after all that, now has your preference changed? Or has it stayed the same? Now that we know how to compare fractions, I'm going to give you a problem. Okay? This is the exit slip. Okay, for you to do. All right, Mia says that 4/8 is greater than a half. Mark says Mia is not correct. Mark says that 4/8 is equal to a half. Who is correct and why? Now, I want you to work this out and use any strategy that you would like to compare the fractions. And I want you to figure out who is correct. Is it Mia or is it Mark? So I want you to pause the button right now and work out the problem. After you finish working out the problem, hit the play button and then I will give you the results. Okay, so I'm going to work this out. Mia says that 4/8 is greater than a half. So she thinks it's this. Smaller number equals a larger number. Now Mark, so this is Mia. Mark says that 4/8 is equal to a half. So I need to figure this out. Okay? So I'm going to use a strategy and I'm going to pick the number line. Notice how my number lines are same length. Okay, 4/8. So I need to break it into 8 equal parts. Okay, and then here I break it up into 1/2. Okay, so 4/8 will be 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8. And then I have a half right here. Well, that looks like it equals one another. So Mark says 4/8 equals a half. So when I compare the two on a number line, I have 4/8 equaling a half. So I know that Mark is correct because 4/8 equals 1/2. I know this because I compared the fractions using a number line. So Mark is correct. So if you put Mark is correct, then you are right. So what I want you to do is I want you to kiss your brain for getting it right. So that's all I have for today. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. And I will see you again on my next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.